Hey guys, Chelsea here with another channel takeover for the Extra Gents Scents channel. So today we're going to be talking about fragrances that I just simply don't like. I've smelled a lot of things over the years, and I have found a lot of things that I just don't like. So today we're going over 5 of them. Let's jump into it and check this out. So I am going to start this video off with a bang. One that you guys out there probably love. I know my husband loves it. He loves this fragrance. It's like probably one of his favorites of that house. And I'm sorry, I just don't like it. It's Creed Silver Mountain Water. Now, I love Aventus, love it. I love all sorts of fragrances from that house. I just don't like this one. I can't help it. My nose doesn't like it. To me, it's got this super kind of weird, light citrus green kind of mixture, and it's just not something I want to smell on a daily basis. It's really more of like a very artistic kind of citrus and green kind of fragrance, but Ashton loves that fragrance. And I'm sure, like I said, probably a lot of you guys out there feel the same way, but I don't. So this fragrance has green tea, bergamot, musk, and sandalwood as some of the notes in the fragrance. And like I said, it's just not really for me. Maybe it's that green tea that I can kind of pick up in there that's just mixes with the bergamot in just a way that I am just not a huge fan of. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments what you think about it, what your significant others think about it, or even, you know, people that you've passed on the street or something that have maybe said something to you about that. Am I the only one out here that just doesn't like this fragrance? All right, we got the controversial one out of the way. I don't think the other ones are, you know, maybe as controversial as that one. Definitely not in the eyes of my husband. All right, next up, we got Hermes H24. So I was kind of familiar with all the hype that was like surrounding this release. Everybody was super pumped for it. You know, the house hadn't released anything in a while and everybody was really excited. And then that popped out and I remember Ashton got that in the mail and we smelled it like as soon as it came in. And I was just kind of like, that's what they've been working on all this time? Okay. It's just really minerally and really aromatic, but not in a nice way. It has, to me, like no depth at all. It smells really artificial, and it's just not something that I want to smell in any situation pretty much whatsoever. There are so many other fragrances here that I would much rather smell than that one. So some of the notes in this fragrance are clary sage, narcissus, rosewood, and sclerine. I don't know what the majority of those notes are, but I can tell you that I don't want to smell them. I have actually smelled the EDP version of this that we got in not too long ago. I'm not really a fan of it either. I do like it over this one. I know Ashton feels the same way. But I think he likes the EDP more than I do. I just don't really like it a whole lot either. Again, it's one of those things when you have so many other things to choose from that smell better, I'm gonna pick those other things. And that's just not gonna be one of them, either one of them really. All right, number 3 on this list, Light Blue Pour Homme. So that's another one of those fragrances that the flankers that came out after it are just far superior than the original. It's not that the original is bad, it's just not something that I am gonna want to smell when I know that there are over here like 10 other ones that smell better than that one. Of course, Light Blue Forever. Obviously, I would love to smell that one over this one. So you've kind of made the original like obsolete by putting out all of these other flankers that just surpass the original. But I mean, honestly, I guess that's probably a good thing though, because I mean, it's like if you had 10 children, you want the best for all of them, right? You want them to do better than you did. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like Light Blue. Light Blue's the daddy. The daddy had a bunch of children, and his children have surpassed him. And that's a good thing, right? I mean, that'd be pretty rough if you put out a bunch of flankers and then they're all just even worse than the original. That'd be pretty bad. The light blue line is probably one of my favorite lines, definitely in the top 5 it's got to be. So this one has grapefruit, bergamot, rosemary, and musk as some of the notes in the fragrance, but like I said, it's just not really done in the way that some of its flankers are done, and I just think that most of the flankers smell better. Most of them. There are a few exceptions, but most of them smell better. All right, let's move it on. Tom Ford Noir. This one reminds me so much of going and picking up these violet leaves out of my flower bed to get them out. It's a little earthy, a little dirty, and it does have violet as one of the notes in the fragrance. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I remember one time Ashton came home from work one day and he was wearing the Tom Ford Noir and he was telling me about this woman that gave him a terrible compliment. And well, not a compliment, the opposite of one, about how he smelled like some old lady or something like that. And you could just see the look on his face like, but I mean, I understand though. I get it. I really do. Speaking of notes in the fragrance, there are violet leaf, like I said, pink pepper, leather, and vanilla. And as the fragrance dries down, it does get a little bit warmer. You can kind of pick up that vanilla that comes out a little bit. The opening to the mid is just, it doesn't do it for me, and it's not something that I'm going to want to smell. Maybe a very specific occasion, but that occasion is probably going to come around like once in a blue moon. I don't even know what that occasion would be. I can't even think of it off the top of my head. There are some really good Tom Ford fragrances. There are several that I really like. I know several that Ashton really likes, just not that one. Sorry, Tom Ford. All right, last one, Yopom. So this one is sweet to another level. I love sweet fragrances. I love citrusy fragrances, but this one is like cough syrup. It's like legitimately, I'm sick. Ashton runs down to the store for me and gets me some medicine, and he brings back a bottle of Yopom. This is what I'm expecting that cough syrup is going to smell like, because it does. The note breakdown on this one is pretty good. I mean, it's got orange blossom, cinnamon, cardamom, and honey, and all of those things I would love to smell. I love the smell of them. But just together, it's like so many sweet notes, again, all vying for your attention and just wanting to be smelled. And then at the end of the day, it just smells like one sickly sweet blob of a fragrance. I'm surprised that this is an actual liquid in here. It smells so thick that I feel like that it would literally be syrup. I guess there's just so much perfumer's alcohol in there that they actually made it a liquid somehow. I have no clue. Beats me. There are really good sweet fragrances that are just warm and just really inviting. And then there's Yopom. So yeah, guys, that is my 5 fragrances that I just simply don't like. Sorry, not sorry. Obviously, that is just one woman's opinion on these fragrances. I'm sure there are plenty of us out there that do like those fragrances. I just don't like them. So let me know in the comments some of the fragrance you guys are wearing, and I'll give you my opinion to see if I like them. That'll do it for me and the channel takeover of Extra Gents Scents. I'll see you guys later with another fragrance video. See you guys.